Lisjak, Dick Enberg, and Mary Jo Fernandez.
All right, Chris, and welcome to Susan Longland, 10,000 capacity. It's Saturday in the City of Light, and the spotlight swings to the five-time Grand Slam title holder, Martina Hingis, as she meets the 19-year-old Croatian Ivana Lisjak. Lisjak 111th in the world, so here we are in the third round. This will complete the first three rounds of this championship, and Hingis really has not faced any formidable opponent thus far. Has won easily, allowed 4 games in each of her first 2 wins. Now 25, born of course in Slovakia and moving to Switzerland age 8. Really is quite remarkable. She won the junior championship here on these courts at age 12. Anyone 18 or younger qualifies. She won it at 12, the youngest ever. Twice a runner-up. But twice disappointed in the finals. Even Maioli in '97, a shocker when she defeated Hingis, but Hingis was not 100%. She had injured her knee in a horseback accident, and then that tearful defeat to Steffi Graf in '99. Lisjak in her young career has never won 3 straight in a tour event. A couple of ITF wins.
This is another lead for Lisjak. Martina Hingis feels very comfortable on these courts, and even though she hasn't won, played 2 finals, 3 semifinals. Last time she was here in '01, she lost in the semis to Capriati.
That was 5 years ago. It's been a long absence for this talented woman. And the double fault for a couple of break points for Hingis.
You mentioned Hingis winning the juniors when she was 12. That was impressive, but what made it even more impressive, she came back the following year to defend it and won it again.
Well done, Lisjak.
This time the drop shot sat up a little bit, gave enough time for the Croatian to get up to it and spin it nicely up the line for the winner.
Another break point for Hingis. She used that looping forehand to restart the point and converts the break and has the initial lead in this match. Interesting how quick time moves and players leave. A Sunday ago, 128 on both sides of the draw, men and women, and now after today's play, just 16 remain, and her stock is rising, Hingis.
It really is. I mean, to say that she's one of the favorites still at the beginning of the year, I don't think a lot of people would have thought that. Everybody was wondering whether she was going to be able to put up with the power of all the other players, and her serve, was it going to hold up? Well, she's proved everybody wrong, because she has had 3 top 10 wins already. She's been so consistent in her play. This is her 12th tournament. She's been to the quarterfinals or better in 8 of them.
And that's coming back full force. Lisjak showing a pretty formidable backhand. Look at that touch. She's the number 4 player, Lisjak, in Croatia, behind Kostanic, Sprem, and Abramovic.
This is only her second Grand Slam tournament in the main draw. She played the U.S. Open last year, won a couple rounds, lost to Vidasova.
0.
Early play indicating this could be a mismatch as Hingis quickly to 40-love on her serve and a 2-love lead. Well done. That appears to be her stronger side, Lisjak.
Good shoulder turn. She has more acceleration on the backhand than the forehand.
She touched the net. Hingis had the point on her racket anyway. It's too low. How old were you when you first arrived in Paris to compete in this championship?
13.
And of course your success took you to a final against Steffi Graf. Struggled to defeat you 6-4 in the third. And you were able to raise a French Open championship trophy as the doubles winner. So you have some fond memories of
Sure do. Atmosphere at this tournament. The crowd is so knowledgeable, but they can also be very harsh, and Martina Hingis has witnessed that. They can turn on you quickly.
As they did when she played Graf in '99. Remember, there was a disputed call and she circled the net and went to Graf's side, and the fans totally turned against her from that point on, whistling, taunting her, and she had all but an emotional breakdown. In fact, her mother, Melanie, and coach had to rescue her from the women's locker room. She didn't want to come out to accept the runner-up trophy.
One of the things Martina Hingis has been talking about is how nice it is to have the fans on her side. She really felt that when she was #1 in the world, the fans never were rooting for her. And now they see her more as an underdog.
Well, young Ivana Lisjak has won only 1 point on her serve and faces 3 more breaks. Hingis with an easy and solid start, 3-love.
That is ESPN. This is mobile ESPN. This isn't just like sports on your current phone, okay? This is a new phone service from ESPN. Just one touch of the E button, man, you get features like the sideline and the fastest alerts and video highlights and ESPN show clips. It's like instant painless access into ESPN.
Switch to mobile ESPN today. Visit mobileespn.com to find a retailer near you.
Heard on the job?
Attorney Jim Adler offers help to workers who have been injured in construction, refinery, offshore, oil field, railroad, or other dangerous work accidents.
Heard on the job? Even if you think you were at fault or already received workers' compensation benefits, call Attorney Jim Adler right now.
If you were in any accident involving severe burns, paralysis, brain damage, amputation, or wrongful death, call Attorney Jim Adler now at 214 or 817-320-1111.
Now, Central Kia shatters the payment barrier with the $99 Kia Rio. Kia Rio, $99 a month, 10-year warranty, 38 highway miles per gallon. Rio, $99 a month. And now Sorrento, $199 a month, only at Central Kia. Do you have a job? Do you have $199? Do you want $3,000 minimum for your trade? You can be approved today. Guaranteed. Dial 1-866 Central today. Rio, $99 a month. Sorrento, $199 a month, only at Central Kia in Plano, Irving, and Louisville.
With Mary Jo Fernandez, Dick Enberg at Susan Longland Court. 10,000 fans to see Martina Hingis and young Ivana Lisjak. Trying to think of a way to compare what Hingis is trying to do. Let's go back to some brilliant high school athlete who is just the best there can be, and then goes to college and is the best he or she can be, and now is 22 years of age and retires for 3 years, and then comes back to play all the best on the professional level, and that is what Hingis is endeavoring to do here in 2006. And apparently her formula has all the right ingredients.
It's just so pretty to watch. Martina Hingis has such good court sense. She makes it look effortless, but she's always reading the play. She senses that her opponent's moving backwards. She hits the delicate drop shot.
She knows the formula, length times width equals area, and she knows just about every red brick piece on it, doesn't she? She knows where everything is on every shot. And her opponent is being given a lesson. Rare error from Hingis's end.
Well, she's a thinker. And I think towards the end, before she stopped playing 3.5 years ago, she was getting so frustrated with the power players that she stopped thinking on the court. She tried to hit with them. And that wasn't the formula. That's not her game.
Winner on the return forehand from Lisjak. The 40-30 Hingis. Lisjak almost 6 feet tall, 150 pounds, 19 from Kakovic, Croatia. A spirited rally, and Hingis prevails for love. Well, coming back from the 3 years on the bench, Hingis had no points to work with, so she started ranked 349. That was at the Australian Open.
And then moved up to 117. And consistently just started to win a lot of matches, beat players like Sharapova, Davenport, Kuznetsova, and then just recently won the Italian Open over Safina. And is up to 15 in the world.
Lisjak hitting with more force now as we get into the middle of this first set, but she's down a couple breaks.
Remember, Dick, in Australia, everybody was saying, okay, let's guess. Where's Martina Hingis going to end the year in the rankings? Some people said top 20, top 15. She's already top 15, 5 months into the year.
Well, it's been a stunning performance by the Swiss Miss. Lost her balance, did Hingis. Lisjak in position to pick up a game here in this opening set. How about those shorts?
Right.
Love to Lisjak. So Elena Dementieva, she's dismissed today. One of the top seeds, had trouble again with her serve. Sinead Perry, a couple of nice wins. American, native of Washington, D.C., defeated. Shahar Peer, a 19-year-old from Jerusalem. She defeated Dementieva and will meet the winner of this match in the round of 16.
Was tentative with that second serve, backing away from it.
Second double fault.
Just trying to get on the board. It's always tough.
A lot of pace on that return from Hingis.
She takes it so early. She takes time away from her opponent, Hingis. She doesn't have the big weapons of a Venus Williams or a Sharapova. You'll notice once the rally begins, a couple shots into it, she starts to take time away and creep inside the baseline.
Andre Agassi, like that half volley from the baseline that changes the pace of a point. She got it. Another game point for Lisjak.
Hingis trying to put the pressure in, working on her approach game, getting to net. And as the matches get tougher, I think you're going to see Martina Hingis sneak to net a little bit more.
Oh, my.
That's what we missed, Dick. And she was gone for 3.5 years. How she adjusts, she creates. How she always kept her eye on the ball.
Exhibition shot.
She can improvise.
No one's ever doubted her wonderful hands. There's that backhanded cruncher from Lisjak. Another game point.
It's definitely her weapon. When she times it right, give it a pretty good whack.
And the hold for Ivana Lisjak. And the teenager from Croatia on the board. 4-1 opening set.
At Geico.com, you can handle all your car insurance needs online. It's so easy, a caveman could do it.
Seriously, we apologize. We had no idea you guys were still around.
Yeah, next time maybe do a little research.
Gentlemen, are we ready to order?
I'll have the roast duck with the mango salsa. I don't have much of an appetite, thank you.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everyone loves fajitas and pizza. Get them together. Introducing Papa John's new Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza. Onions, peppers, and a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken and get a large Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza for $11.99. $11.99. Fajita! And play 100 sizzling days of summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Fajita! Somewhere between where you are and where you're going, there's a Super 8.
I think we're right about here.
See you along the way.
For those who love cashews, there's new Planters Cashew Lovers Mix. 50% cashews, 100% love.
Welcome back to Roland Garros and its series of red brick rectangles. We're at Suzanne-Longland, the #2 show court, 10,000. Dick Enberg with Mary Jo Fernandez as Martina Hingis on the strong comeback ride on the trail to a possible French Open title. The one Grand Slam that has eluded her, and she plays the 111th ranked woman in the world, Ivana Lisjak. 4-1, love 15. Hingis opened this championship with a win over Lisa Raymond, the American double star, 6-2, 6-2, and then defeated Susanna Andruskova, 6-1, 6-3. So she's been stingy in giving games. Allowed one in this opening set thus far to young Lisjak.
It's only her third unforced error. Great
Hit the sideline. She won't get many aces, but that's her first.
A little bit better snap on this one. Pronates well, and she can speed it up if she wants to. She chooses to get a higher percentage of first serves because her second serve really sits up. And that's where she gets into trouble. When players can consistently attack the weaker second serve.
An excellent doubles player. In fact, Hingis, well, she went to the quarters at the Australian Open, then went over to the doubles court, and with Upadi won the Australian doubles crown. In fact, in her career, she has 36 titles. 10 of those majors had the doubles Grand Slam in '98 with Ivana Lisjak, her partner.
Ivana Hingis. And then sync the zone.
5-1.
I think winning that mixed doubles title in Australia boosted her confidence. For Hingis, it's about winning matches. It's about winning on the big stage, and being able to win a Grand Slam title after being out of the game for so long is pretty remarkable.
Several options.
Double counts.
But she chose the right one. Waited to the last minute, held the ball in her racket, and just flicked the lob winner.
She still has that little girl smile and look, and you think about her when she was 12, and you'd say, well, there's this young girl coming over to the club. Would you like to just have a little hit with her? Just a killer.
Exactly. She didn't come back just to be in the top 20 and see how well she could play. She came back to win titles and threaten at the majors. What surprised me, though, is how quickly she got her game together, how sharp she was in Australia. I thought she'd struggle a little bit the first few tournaments.
Yeah, until she got really match tough, but she was tough from the opening bell. Here's 3 set points.
I'm looking at her losses for the year. And she really doesn't have any bad ones. I mean, Panetta, the first tournament of the year, the Italian, was ranked in the top 20. But besides that, she's lost to Maresmo a couple times, Sharapova, Venus, Kleisters.
And there's the set to Hingis. 6-1 as she easily moves through this opener. A rookie of the year, this woman?
I'm in the rookie position again. It feels like, well, I'm back on tour and have not done that. And it's just everything is new, and it's not that easy when you've been away for 3 years. No one knows how you're playing, what to expect. Are you good enough? I think I just come into the sport right now with a different attitude. Then I just look at it from a different perspective as well. But it's not a must. Maybe I still got some game.
Some things men don't want to talk about.
Like prostate problems. But I learned 1 in 3 men will have them. So I switched to One-A-Day Men's.
A complete multivitamin plus lycopene, which Harvard studies suggest may help prostate health.
Some things are healthy to talk about.
One-A-Day Men's.
Wherever Power Shot goes, great pictures follow.
Make every shot a power shot.
Avis Preferred member Mike Plotzker, space C2. Don't forget your bags and your love of adventure.
Excuse me?
This is Mike Thunderpants Plotzker, the occasional base jumper, jello wrestler, the guy who likes to smear cream cheese all over.
Whoa.
Too far?
Yeah.
Sure. You may be here for a meeting, but there's a hang gliding place just off Route 9.
Avis Preferred Service. Skip the counter, go straight to your car. Have more time to do what you want. Oh, no! Just another way we try harder.
Some things men don't want to talk about.
Like prostate problems. But I learned 1 in 3 men will have them. So I switched to one-a-day men's.
A complete multivitamin plus lycopene, which Harvard studies suggest may help prostate health.
Some things are healthy to talk about.
One-a-day men's.
Families across America have chosen Singular Family Talk on the network with the fewest dropped calls of any wireless carrier. Singular Family Talk. Add a line for just $9.99. Plus, get a new LG camera phone. Singular, raising the bar.
You enjoying your Monster Cookie Blizzard?
Mm-hmm. But Dad, where do Monster Cookies come from?
Well...
Hey, what do you do with the green M&Ms?
I'm making a special cookie for Gertrude.
Oh.
I like that.
It's scary good. The Monster Cookie Blizzard with M&Ms. New at Dairy Queen.
And so I'm taking Katie out dancing this weekend. You think you could teach me some moves? What? Yeah. Everybody knows you guys know how to dance, right?
You guys. You mean all us Jetta guys, right? I thought you were my friend.
Stereotyping is stupid. Sure, Volkswagen owners are 57% more likely to go dancing, but that doesn't mean they're all dancers. Lose your ignorance at thejettareport.com.
Welcome back. Down to the final 16 after this match for the women. And Martina Hingis convincingly a 6-1 holder of that opening set. If play should go according to form, Hingis would, well, we know she's going to meet the 19-year-old Israeli Shahar Pear in the next round. Then it would be Kleisters, Anna Arden, and Mauresmo if the seeds prevail. That'd be interesting. Mauresmo would be the battle of the Wax Museum stars. Hingis is immortalized in Madame Tussauds in London, and Mauresmo has a life-size statue, wax statue here at a museum in Paris.
Probably the dream final on the women's side.
Just don't have too hot a day. We don't want any meltdowns.
No. Which we could have. With Mauresmo trying to win in her home country. But it's still a long way to go for that to happen.
And it seems to be wide open, doesn't it? To make a case for half dozen women. No one is for Venus Williams, but look who's around.
Kind of strange to call Venus a dangerous floater. Ranked outside the top 10, she could surprise anyone on any given day. She's in Mauresmo's quarter.
Hingis continues to cruise through this match with a somewhat dejected 19-year-old Ivana Lisjak. Head down, she walks to the other end. 25 minutes into the match, and Hingis with a set and a 1-love lead.
Hingis had to play yesterday because she was rained out the day before. So potentially now she will have played 3 days in a row, which normally is not a good thing, but she's been winning so quickly and so easily that I don't think it's going to affect her at all.
This is just a good hit, good workout for the 3 matches that she's played. Let's see if Lisjak can pick up the tempo here in the second set. I like that backhand.
She has 8 winners. Make that 9 now. Most of them from the backhand wing. Jump on the ball early, Lisjak. With that first strike in the rally, try to push Hingis behind the baseline. Once Hingis gets along the baseline or creeps inside, she's controlling the point. She's taking time away from you. Anxious. Set up the point beautifully. Lisjak.
She really penetrates with that backhand.
But Hingis does that to you. She makes you want to go for a little bit more. Not like Kleisters, because they're so quick, and Hingis anticipates so well. You almost see her out of the corner of your eye, reading your shots, and therefore you make it a little too close to the line.
Checking her style and her body size. Mindful of Helena Sukova.
First Grand Slam title. Sukova at age 15.
And there was so much, so good, so soon for Hingis. For her to lead the game at 22. Of course, the injuries, foot and ankle injuries. And she won't admit it, but there's some emotional burnout thrown into the mix. And she's come back, the mature 25-year-old you might expect, but getting her game back so sooner than you'd expect. On the line. Man misses with the backhand. Out of the chair comes Pascal Maria, the French umpire. And our Cannon shot spot will confirm that that ball was long.
Things did come so easily for Martina. Her mom, Melanie Molitor, her coach as well, has been with her from the beginning.
First beat her mother when she was 10 years of age. Her mother was a top 10 player. And then Czechoslovakia.
Good defense.
Mother knew from almost day one that her daughter was going to be a tennis player, wanted her to be, coached her to be, named her to be.
Pretty amazing when you think about it. She's already asked me a couple times, do you have your children with racket in their hands? You got to start now. She won so much so early. And by age 18, 19 is when things started getting a little tougher. She got frustrated.
And a forehand winner from Lisjak. Another opportunity to draw even at 1-1 here in the second set. Every year, especially here in Paris, so many new names and new talent to admire. How good will this woman be as she gains major tour experience?
And that's what she needs. And since 2003, Lisjak has only played 13 main tour level matches. And it's a different ballgame. There's something to be said about grinding and working hard to win at the challenger level. But then you get to this level, and it's so completely different.
It's intimidating. She did win 3 ITF singles and 1 doubles title on the challenger circuit, and raising her point total up to where she able to enter the draw of the majors. That's well done. That backhand is a weapon. Long game, this second game of the second set.
Really follows through nicely, aiming towards her target down the line.
It's her 4th game point. Look at that. Made it a tough shot as she came in just a step late. And Lisjak has the hold. Fans are ready to cheer for her as the underdog, but hasn't given them enough consistency here where they believe that she can make this a match.
Play, they're about wide, not anything major, but good location. And then look, she steps inside. She's always had her wrist laid back on that forehand. It's easier for her to go inside out.
Caught the baseline, 15-0.
Yes, sir.
Definitely going for a little bit more, the 19-year-old. I think one of the improvements in Hingis' game since her return is her forehand. She's talked about adding some topspin for a little bit more margin for error.
8 out of 10 on her second serve. That's normally not the case for Hingis. On the run, the forehand winner.
It's going to be tougher to attack her serve on the play because you have that much more time to react and to get organized for the big return. That time it was a good first serve. There's that extra topspin keeping the forehand in. And I think that extra topspin is also helping her hit cross court better. She knows that if she can hit high over the net, it's going to give her more depth. Tougher to get her on the defensive.
Pinpoint accuracy, and Hingis up a set, leading 2-1 here in the second. We'll return to Paris and Roland Garros.
That is ESPN. This is mobile ESPN. This isn't like sports in your current phone, okay? It's a whole new phone service from ESPN with unique features like Gamecast and the fastest alerts and everything else you need to manage your fantasy teams. It's awesome. That's Neil Everett. Neil! Hey, it's Benny B. Any anchor jobs open? I got the microphone. Anything you can do? Put in a word for your buddy? No?
Switch to mobile ESPN today. Visit mobileespn.com to find a retailer near you.
All right, cool. Just call.
What are you doing Saturday?
Playing golf.
Sunday?
Playing golf.
Your wife's okay with that?
She makes all the tee times.
How'd you do that?
First, I went to Empowered Women's Golf and bought her some golf clothes. Then I sent her to the Empowered Golf School. She had so much fun that she became a golf addict. So back to Empowered for golf shoes and a club fitting. Now we play golf all the time. I gotta run. I've got a golf lesson.
All that golf you're playing and you still need a lesson?
Yeah, well, I promised the wife I'd buy her a new outfit every time she beats me on the golf course. With all the new outfits I'm buying, I've got to protect the wallet.
Empowered Women's Golf on Legacy at the Tollway.
Honey, who's this?
Looking to upgrade? Upgrade today to Comcast Digital Cable. More channels, more movies, more music. Just call 1-888-COMCAST. Comcast Digital Cable. It's Comcastic.
We've been to Cape Cod, Jersey Shore, East Coast Beach Tour,
Bloomington, Huntington, family reunion,
Ghost Town, Old West, get a load of mom's dress,
Florida, kissing me, polka dot bikini,
Comfort Inn, breakfast free, finally it's not a me.
Mountains we roam, don't feel like going home.
I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere.
To get 3 free nights at these Choice hotels, get the no annual fee Choice Privileges Visa credit card. For reservations and more details, visit choicehotels.com. Choice Hotels. We'll see you there.
The pinnacle! Man's ultimate achieve! What's that? Ultimate chalupa! I thought it'd be cool, you know? Ultimate flavors, man's ultimate adventure! That does sound pretty cool! You know what? I only brought one! Next time!
Taco Bell's new Ultimate Chalupa has layer on layer of carne asada steak, guacamole, sour cream, and fiesta salsa, surrounded by a crispy, chewy chalupa shell for layers and layers of flavor.
How's that?
Think outside the bun.
At Local Lot Car Rental, we'll match anything Hertz can give you locally.
Almost there. Almost there. What's going on?
Of course, some restrictions apply. I mean, who do you think we are, Hertz?
Hertz Local Edition has over 1,000 locations. We'll come and get you, and you can drive anywhere. No strings attached. It's your trip. Rent wisely.
15 minutes west from the heart of Paris, the Bois de Boulogne, and here located the Stade Roland Garros. As you look at the best winning percentages in the open era, that remarkable final mark left by Chris Evert, 90% wins. And then you have Graf, Vratilova, Salish, Serena, Martina Hingis with the 6th best winning percentage. And there are Grand Slam titles and there are Masters titles, but ultimately it's how many do you win and lose. And if that's your bellwether, Hingis the 6th best in the open era.
She's returned a lot of consistency, not only in her game, with her results as well. But before she stopped, she was #1 in the world for over 200 weeks.
Just think, in 1997, she's 16 years of age. She wins 3 of the 4. Should have beaten Maioli, but was injured. She had fallen off a horse 6-7 weeks before, had minor knee surgery, and no question she wasn't 100%. So here at that tender age, she could have been the 4th Grand Slam winner for all 4 in the calendar year. One of the things that happened, she was just about full growth when she was 13, 14. She stayed the same size, and then some bigger women came into the game. Bigger and stronger and faster. Namely Serena and Venus Williams. Break point for Hingis. 41 career singles titles. Her opponent 0. 5 of those slams. Youngest woman ever to be ranked #1. And the Italian Open champion. All part of her comeback here in 2006. A lot of women would, in a second, take that 33-10 mark.
Coming into the French Open, she had the 2nd most match wins behind Petrova, who got upset early.
There's the break for Hingis, and now up a set and up a break at 3-1.
Hingis talks about wanting to play matches, wanting to get out there and compete. She took a little bit of a break after Miami. Took 5 weeks off. She said that was too long. I missed it. I need to get out there. I need to keep learning how to win these matches and beat the better players.
Well, with all of her success before and And now this year, she still claims her greatest thrill is to be a part of our ESPN coverage at Wimbledon 2 years ago.
But you could even tell then when she was doing the commentating, she knew so much about the players. She never really stopped watching the game. She was always around it.
Constantly studying, and you just the way in her presence you felt her body language, you knew that she wasn't going to be retired forever.
She would tell you, this is what I would do. This is how you have to play this player. Why isn't she playing like this? So just in her way of speaking, and she stayed fit, and that I think helped her so much because she looks even stronger to me than when she stopped playing.
There's another backhand winner from Hingis for 40-15. We mentioned it earlier in the week in our coverage here on ESPN2, but I can remember that 2 years ago that Patrick McEnroe went out and hit with her and came back, and he said, she's a top 10 player if she comes back. He had it pegged pretty closely. And she's looked that way today, hasn't she? 4-1 in the second.
Wherever Power Shot goes, great pictures follow.
Make every shot a power shot.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Yo, Pepto-Bismol. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Yo, Pepto-Bismol. Pink does more than you think.
For those who love cashews, there's new Planters Cashew Lovers Mix. 50% cashews, 100% love.
Someone wants a free rate quote from Geico.
Well, yeah, of course I do.
So they go to geico.com or where?
No, you can't get a Geico quote anywhere else, mate.
Why not?
Exclusivity. Makes people feel special, doesn't it? The old velvet rope.
So getting a free rate quote from geico.com is like gaining access into some exclusive club.
Exactly. Knock, knock. Who's there? Bloke looking for a Geico quote, looking to save money on his car insurance. Oh, hello, mate. Come on in. How are you? How's your mum? How's it feel to be better than everyone else?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
ESPN2's presentation of the French Open, brought to you by Quality, featuring Quality Sleeper by Serta Mattresses. Wake up call recommended.
And welcome back to Long Lawn. It's the Ivana Lisjak overmatched against the number 15 seed Martina Hingis. Scrambling here at 1-4 in the second after losing the first set 6-1. Off to a 30 love start in this game. Fourth double fault. So many great athletes in every sport.
On top.
They have that capacity to make play look so easy. And certainly Hingis is in that category. Just effortless.
Going for a little too much, Lisjak.
And another break point for Hingis, and she then would position herself to serve out the match. Double, and it's 5-1. Well, when it comes to Switzerland in tennis, there's Nothing neutral about that, is there?
The two famous Swiss players. Look at the comparison. A year apart. Pretty close in titles. 2 more slams for Federer. Got a little ways to go to catch up with weeks at #1. They have a lot of respect for each other.
That toward kindest to the higher seed. Or better seed. Look at that, total them up 78 titles and 12 slams between them. Pretty good dinner conversation when they
Roger talks about the first time he played with Martina Hingis at Hopman Cup, exhibition mixed doubles tournament before the Australian Open. He couldn't believe how consistent and how quick her hands were. Says she got out there and didn't miss a ball because I was missing first all the time.
Hasn't missed many here, has she? And quickly to match point. Well, this is a textbook version. Martina Hingis, 43 minutes. Come on, Martina, let her get a point. Not up. That's the call from Pascal Maria.
Trying to finish the point. Go for the winner early. She's got a lot of winners today. On clay for Martina Hingis have 23 winners. It's impressive.
Only 7 unforced errors. A rather neat performance. From 40 love to deuce. Come on, Mom. It'll be okay.
Almost like she has plays. Big point, she serves out wide, hits the open court. Usually likes to serve volley sometimes on match point, out wide.
Well, here's another match point, and he just fires in an ace. And work accomplished on this Saturday afternoon in Paris. Martina Hingis showing these fans at Suzanne Longland and those of you watching around the world that she is one of the candidates to be considered for this title, the one that she wants most of all only because it's the only Grand Slam she has not been able to win. And another 19-year-old awaits from Israel, Shahar Pear. And there is the women's bottom half of the draw.
And it's the tougher half, but Martina Hingis, she'll be the favorite in that match, but that'll be her first big test. Pear, a feisty, very quick opponent, has had really good results, winning 3 titles this year. That'll be the test, but I see her going through and possibly Kleisters in the quarterfinals.
So at 25, the comeback lady, Martina Hingis. She's played 3 matches in this French Open and has surrendered only a total of 6 games to her opponents. Impeccably and craftily engineers a 6-1, 6-1 victory over Ivana Lisjak here at Roland Garros.